Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio, and we're back today to do another episode of Color Combo 2024. I'm glad you're with me today, and I hope everyone is staying warm. If you have endured all the snow and frigid temperature, we got about 8 inches of snow yesterday, and we are at a balmy 19 degrees right now. So tonight is going to be very cold. I think our overnight low is going to be around 9. And I know some of you are colder than that, but here in the South, that's cold for us. So we're going to get started here with today's prompts. We are on week 3 of Color Combo 2024. If you have missed the other 2 weeks, week 1 was the color red and the shape circle. And week 2 was the color blue in the shape of an oval. And today we're doing the color yellow and the shape of a hexagon. So if you're new and just joining in, the outline, I guess, or the rules, if there are any rules, is you're to make a piece of ephemera using the color and the shape for the particular week. It does not have to be a yellow hexagon. It just has to have a hexagon somewhere in your make and the color yellow somewhere in your make. So today I'm going to make a tag with a pocket, and I'm going to use this digital, which has these yellow hexagons on it and kind of a wood background. And these reminded me of a beehive, so I got this little digital that has a bee on it, and that's going to be my pocket on my tag. And then I have some ephemera that we're going to make to put inside the pocket. So I have just this blank tag that I kind of wanted to use for my template, and that's not folded. And this is a full page 8.5 by 11 piece, and I'm going to just fold it over and double it up to make my tag, because I think it's light enough that you can write on it. And so I'm just going to use the same pattern on the front and the back. And I'm just going to make some little marks so I know where to trim my tag. And poke my hole. So yeah, I didn't do anything yesterday but sit on the couch and watch hockey and football and watch it snow. So I am way behind on making my videos for this week. So that's what I'm going to be spending today doing. Alright, and then we'll poke a hole in there, and then we can glue this together. And I think these 2 pieces will be sturdy enough for my tag. Alright. That didn't poke out too well. There we go. So I'm just going to use glue stick to glue these together. Get a clean page here in my glue book. Hopefully get the edges, which I'm sure I won't because I never do. Okay, so that is done, and let's put some reinforcers on it if I can figure out where I put them this time. I still have all the little bits and pieces out from where I'm working on my little accordion journal, so my desk is still covered in those little bitty pieces everywhere. I think I'm going to use this gray one here just to bring in another element of that gray on the paper. Did you all watch the video or the live? I didn't watch it live. I watched it later for the new distress color. And what do you think about it? I like it. I've already ordered it. I think it's, I agree with Tim in the fact that it's something that's been missing. Is that kind of between a black and a, I'm going to use red burlap, I think, to ink this. That missing color between black and, you know, the other browns. So I'm excited to get it and see what it's like. Because sometimes you want, especially in stamping a lot of times, I don't want that stark black color, but some of the browns, you know, aren't quite dark enough. Okay, and I'm going to take my little doodad here, my little makeup doodad, and get inside this hole, just so that white's not showing. Alright, so there's my tag. Now I'm going to put my pocket on, and for my pocket, like I said, I've got this digital with the B, and I'm going to, first I'm going to have to cut a little bit of it off because it's a little bit wider. So where do I want to cut? So I'm going to cut it about right there. Oh, that's not straight. Let me straighten up this edge first. Well, it wasn't bad off, but it was off just a little bit. Let me check this one. Okay. All right, so there's our pocket. And I'm gonna wrap washi tape. I'm gonna put washi tape on the edges and wrap it around so that I don't lose any pocket. So I'm gonna glue the bottom. And then on the sides, did I get that straight? I'm going to take this Tim Holtz washi, if I can find the end of it. There it is. And get my scissors over here. And just wrap it. Now, if that was any other kind of washi, I would probably put glue on it, but usually the Tim Holtz washi is pretty good. Okay, ink that up. I should have inked the top of this little thing before I did that. There we go. All right. So now I want to decorate this pocket just a little bit. And I've got a label, which is Tracy Fox label, that I'm going to put right here. Ink that. Okay, and then I have, this is a Kathy Holden sticker, and I'm using this color because the tag that I'm going to make to go inside her dress has this kind of red color in it. So I'm just trying to bring in another red element. And I'm going to stamp a number or something on there. And then this is the tag, or the little card that I'm going to put in there, and see, that kind of brings in that red color. But she also has a nice yellow hat and a scarf, and then she's holding the grain here, which is also kind of a yellow color. So I'm going to glue that on this piece of cardstock. Alright, trim that down. And ink that up. Start to say, where'd my gray burlap, frayed burlap go? I sound like Barbara at 49 Dragonflies, not being able to say that. Did I get that edge? Of course not. Of course you did not. Okay, so she's gonna go down in there, and then to bring in another hexagon element and just another kind of piece to go in this, I have some tea bag paper, and I have some French script book page, and I'm going to glue the page down in the tea bag. I think I want it this way. Yep, and I'm going to use my glue stick for that. And these tea bags that I have are, no, I want that to go down first, are the kind that you fill up with your own tea. They look like this, and you can get these on Amazon, and they're just empty tea bags, and they're in a natural color, so you don't really have to dye them or anything unless you just want to. And usually I take them apart because I don't like this little seamed edge on the sides, and use, just this part. So, because I don't drink that much hot tea, and I use the larger tea bags for iced tea, I found that those are easier for me to keep and use. for my journaling. Okay, so now I'm going to put glue stick on this side. Do I need to cut? No, I think I'm just going to leave it. Stick these edges down here. Okay, I'm going to put glue stick on this side. And then close this up. And you can use matte gel medium for this too. I've made some in the past. I have a video where I used matte gel medium. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put some on this, but I wanted to get that inside first because it makes your, oh, you can also use the Tim Holtz, oh, what's it called? Let me grab it. Distress glaze. I couldn't think of what it was called, so maybe I'll use that so I can show you guys. It's like a pasty looking sealer kind of thing, and it's kind of waxy feeling, and it kind of gives it a kind of a waxy coat. I don't know how to explain it. Of course, it's going to get all up under my fingernail. But it's great for this because, as you can see, it's going to make that text really stand out on the bag, through the bag. So there's what it looks like with, and there's what it looks like without. You can see that it kind of gives it a different, or it makes it more transparent. That's what I'm trying to say. And I have burgered up my little fold here. Let me see if I can get it done. Here we go. We'll get this in a minute. We'll get it. We'll get it. All right. Let me do this side. Then I'll clean my fingers off because that's going to be... And it takes a very tiny bit of this. You don't need a whole lot. And then after you get it on there, you can take like a paper towel or something, or a cloth, and kind of get rid of the excess, and you've got what you need. Okay. Grab my paper towel. Get it out from under my fingernail. And then just kind of buff it. Okay, let's check and see if we need to trim it anywhere. Nope, I think I'm okay with that. So now I'm going to make the fold at the top so that I can put my little tab on here, which is the hexagon. And I just cut this out of a piece of scrap cardstock, scrapbook paper. I think it was like a digital or something that I had, just a scrap piece of it. It was a very small piece, and on the back is a piece of scrap that I had from Joey Card Makers, one of Joey Card Makers kits, and I can't remember the name of it right now, but it was I'm sorry, I can't remember, but it was just a little scrap piece I had in my scraps. And it has some yellow florals on it, and then I tied a string on it like you have on your tea bags. So, let's see. Now, I'm going to fold my corners in. Get up here where you can see me. Fold my corners in, and that corner is still going to be stubborn. Get out of there. There we go. Just fold those in. And then fold the top down just a little bit to where it has a nice look on the front. And then I will take the string and attempt to staple it on here. Like on a tea bag. And hope that I can hit it to where it'll stay. And I did not. So, we're going to try again. Take that out. It might help if I glue it first and then staple it. Maybe just put a little bit of glue on it so it'll hold it in place. That was a big old fail. Okay, so let's take a little bit of glue. Put a little glue dot here. And try again. All right. So stay there for me. See, the issue is I want the front of the staple to be on the front of the bag. If I just did it backwards, it'd be a whole lot easier. There we go. And then I'm going to take this, you see I've made like a little loop. So now I'm going to take the end of this loop, or the end of the string, and put through the loop. I hope. And pull it. Ugh. Not that way. Look what I did. I pulled it right out. Oh my goodness. All right, get back in there. There we go. I'm going to make a knot eventually. So stay tuned and come back in about 3 hours and I'll have this little loop tied. Oh my goodness. No laughing allowed. There we go. I'm going to double knot it just to be safe. Sometimes it does not pay to have nails when you're crafting. Just say. Okay. And I don't like the way that looks right there. So my little tuck has come untucked. So I'm going to take some glue and glue that down. It's not like we're really going to make tea with this thing, right? So we don't have to worry about using glue. All right. Stay down. Goodness. All right. Finally, we have a decent tea bag. All right. So now I'm going to, that edge isn't down either. I'm going to do as I say, not as I am doing, because this is way more than I thought it was going to be here. Just to make this little tea bag. Okay. Now we got it. Now we're talking. All right. Lastly, after all that, I'm going to put this little flower, this little vellum sticker flower on here. And I am going to ink it with Vintage Photo, because I think that is going to probably match this background color. I've trimmed a lot of the extra white off of it, and so my next challenge is going to be trying to get the back off of it. So let's see if we can manage that. Probably not. I'm going to use my pen here, see if I can get it started. Oh, okay, now I got it started, so now let's see if we can peel it off without tearing it. I'm going to go real slow. Almost got it, guys, almost. I just don't want to tear it after I spent all that time pussycatting around it, because I don't have another one, first of all. Okay, we did it. So we're going to put this down on here. I'm probably going to have to add some glue because I put the distress glaze on there. So let's do that. Just wanted to get it down in one piece on the paper. My glue's clogged up. Sorry, I left the pen out of it. Now it's not wanting to cooperate. I need to clean my tip. Okay, and get the stem down here. All right. Let's go over it just a little bit more with the Vintage Photo. Alright, that's getting grungy. And I'm going to go all the way around the tea bag with frayed burlap. And then I have just a little bitty round Kathy Holden sticker that I'm going to put on there. And I'm also going to do some stamping on it. Okay, so let's find a nice long something to go on here. I've got this signature right here. Maybe we'll just use that. And I think I'm probably going to have to use black in order for it to show up. So, let me grab my black archival ink. Let's see what this one looks like. I think it says Miss. I don't want to put a Mr. on there. Oh, it's W. Edwards. So that's going to be good enough. So we're going to put that on here. Lovely. And now let's get some numbers. Numbers, because they are our friends. Okay. So on the tea bag, I'm going to use these and hope that it will stamp on the glaze. I have not stamped on top of this glaze, so we're going to hope that it works. Okay, I like it. I like it. And then we're going to do something right here. Let's do this one. Okay, and do we need to give her some kind of topper? And do we need some stamping back there? Maybe some script back there a little bit. Let's take her out. We get, I don't think there's anything on this. On the bottom, but I don't want to chance it. Okay. Then this is going to go down in here. We're going to have our little bee hexagon. And I feel like I need something taller too. What can we use for that? Let's see. Where's my book? We could do, well, no, those aren't any taller. Started to say we could do a seed packet, but that's not any taller, so that's not gonna. This is gonna clash too bad. Let's see about that one. We'll hold that for observation. No, I think that looks okay. All right, so this is a Tim Holtz piece. I think I'm going to put some tea dye on the back there or something so it's not so white. Looking through my scrap bin first. I don't have a piece big enough, I don't think. Okay, so we will get a whole piece. Oh, where's partial? Okay. There's a partial piece. Now, I could have just as easily, you know, done some, put some tea, actual tea on the back there if I wanted to, but for the purpose of the video, I'll just use this tea dyed paper, or coffee dyed paper. Definitely not going to hurt it to have a little bit of extra thickness. Alright, so we will go around it with the frayed burlap. That down in there, and we need something to put in our little hole. I don't think I have any yellow anything. Oh, I do have a little yellow piece of scrap fabric. That'll work. It was just sitting there right in front of me. My little scrap fabric basket. So that's meant to be, right? So there we go. That turned out pretty cute. So we have our hexagon on our tea bag little tag, and we have hexagon in the background, and then of course we have lots of yellow. So, and we've got 2 little journaling cards, and I don't think I'm going to put a topper on that because I like this tag that's on the Tim Holtz card behind it showing. So I'm going to leave that, I think, as is. So yeah, I think that turned out pretty cute. So thanks for joining me. Next week, the prompts are green and a heart, I think. So the color green and the shape of a heart. And again, it doesn't have to be a green heart. You just have to use the color green and the shape of a heart somewhere in your make. So if you post on Instagram or YouTube, be sure and use the hashtag ColorCombo2024 so everybody can see what you've done for the week. And next week I'll be giving you the next 4 weeks prompts, so you can be getting your things together. And if you haven't joined in yet, please do so. It's lots of fun, and we will keep going for as long as I can come up with prompts. I do have 26 for this color combo. So there'll be 26 weeks of a different color and a different shape every week. So again, thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys back tomorrow for Wednesday Grunge Play. And until then, everybody stay warm and stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.